So yesterday we had a brand new 2025 BMW M3 in for ceramic coating, and today we have a 2025 VW GLI in for a ceramic coating. It's been a good week for me here, and we were fortunate that we were able to get the BMW done in about four and a half hours from start to finish. So today I'm kind of curious if I can get this VW done just as quickly. Black cars sometimes can be a little bit more difficult to work with, and we are still working again with rainy conditions. It's like on and off rain. Now this customer has had this VW for about 2 months now, so we do have a good bit of film on there, maybe some love marks that we might have to do a little bit more paint correction, but we shouldn't have to do too much. But VW German paint can be a little bit harder, so you never know, fingers crossed. We are gonna blow it out on the inside, get the mats cleaned, and we're going to dial in our tires, wheels, get the paint decontaminated, polished, prepped, and then apply a brand new ceramic coating. This is the first time that I'm working with it, so we're gonna share with you guys our first-hand experience working with the Detail Co. thick ceramic coating. When you say the word thick to me, that equates to kind of difficult. Thicker products sometimes can be a little bit more tenacious, so I'm curious to know, even though the name of it sounds like maybe it's not going to be the most user-friendly, I don't know why I'm equating like molasses in my mind, but hopefully we're going to have a friendly user experience. So first we're going to wash the vehicle, we're going to do a chemical decontamination clay tile treatment, then we're going to go ahead, polish the exterior, do a panel prep wipe, and get ready to apply our Detail Co. thick coating. So let's go ahead and get this vehicle cleaned. That's magic. No, see how hot I am? It wouldn't be a very fun video if I didn't show you the products that we use to get the vehicle to that point. Today, we're testing out UK-based company Mile Deep. We've got their snow foam in our foam cannon and their cleanse soap in our bucket, so that way we can do a safe contact wash to get this vehicle clean. And if you want soap, holy cow, these guys are not messing around. Even though the customer has only had this vehicle for about 2 months, he already has several thousand miles on it. And he said that he hasn't been able to do a contact wash on it since he purchased it. That's why it was important for him to have a ceramic coating applied, because he knows how much easier maintenance will be for him with the coating. To get our tires and wheels ready, as well as to do our chemical decontamination, we're going to be using their purple iron and fallout remover. This is a stronger purple reaction out of a chemical, has really nice lubrication to, one, safely clean our wheels, and two, to also do a clay tile treatment when we get to that step. You can see heavy purple reaction, nice lubrication, and even touchless, it decreased the amount of dirt greatly. However, these wheels have an intricate lip behind the rim that we still need to do a good contact wash with them. So we're going to clean our tires with Vonix Delete, and then we're going to use the Auto Fiber barrel blade to clean our wheels, as well as their wheel mitt to safely clean these black wheels, so that way we don't scratch them. Even though they're brand new, I want to try to be delicate with them, and these are just a great way to safely clean wheels, and you can see they look fantastic, brand new. Next, we're going to foam on our snow foam soap. Now, this is specifically meant to be used within a foam cannon, and this is, I think, the most appropriate name for this soap because it literally looks like snow being put on the vehicle. I actually had a blast using this soap because it came out so evenly and so thick. It just clung to the paint. And we're actually doing this on a hot summer day. I mean, it's so hot, the soap is actually steaming on the vehicle. But as hot as it was, we did not have any sort of staining with this soap. We did put it on nice and thick, and as the soap is being pulled off of the vehicle, you can see that it is taking the dirt with it. This isn't going to weaken any of your LSPs. It's not so strong that it's going to stain the paint, but it is a powerful cleaner that is going to help remove away a lot of the dirt, so that way you can then rinse it off and then do a safer contact wash. And I know sometimes we might think a soap is just a soap, but not all soaps are created equally. And you can tell with this soap, a lot of engineering and science went into it. Mile Deep, it's really important to them that their products, not only do they work well, be affordable, but that they're also biodegradable and gentle and friendly to the environment. Now we can come in with our cleanse soap, knowing that we've removed a bulk of the dirt from the paint already, and do a safe contact wash. This had really nice suds that kind of just kept coming and coming. You'll notice I'm only putting my mitt in the bucket about every 2 panels, and it's just pouring soap out of the mitt for a safe contact wash. We're going to use that same soap cleanse in our soapy bucket and have our purple iron and fallout remover. And now we can come in and do a chemical and mechanical decontamination simultaneously. So that way, even though it's brand new paint, we have proper prep to get ready for our ceramic coating application. Now, before we apply our coating, let's hear a quick word on how this coating was designed.
Super glossy, super slick. And after the hour, you can get it wet. We put moisture curing aminos in here, meaning that's moisture cured. So for those of you that don't get a lot of humidity, hear me out. If you're in a low humidity climate and you want your coatings to cure, you can level it with your level 1, level 2. And as last wipe, take a damp microfiber with distilled water, rub it on, wipe it off, and it actually helps it cure. So if you're higher than 25% humidity, you don't need to do that because your humidity in your area is going to actually cure it and bond to the clear coat a lot faster.
So it has been raining the last 2 days here in Lancaster, and the humidity is ridiculous. You can actually see it's like 73% humidity in the garage, 79% humidity outside. And most of you know, if you've ever worked with ceramic coatings before, most don't like humidity. It's going to flash a lot faster. It's going to be a little difficult to work with. This ceramic coating, however, is actually moisture cured. It's amino cured, which means that it's going to like humidity. It's ridiculously humid in here. I do have the AC on just to make it more comfortable for me because I'm stinking hot from washing this out in the sun. But we're gonna go ahead, polish our paint, do a panel prep wipe. We don't have to be super aggressive, but I do want to just shine the paint up a little bit more. I can tell even though it's 2 months old, it could benefit from a quick polish. So we're gonna get that done and be prepped for our ceramic coating. But ceramic thick, this is actually a up to 5-year durability claim, 40% solids within this ceramic coating, and it's going to flash pretty quickly on us. So I have an idea of what to expect going into it. I've been talking to Jamie, watching all the videos on the House of Rags. So hopefully we're not gonna have any sort of issues, but for those of you that maybe you live in climates like me, where we have some humidity, I think honestly, this ceramic coating, hopefully, I don't screw myself over on this, hopefully the ceramic coating will be pretty user-friendly. We don't have to do a ton of correction on this vehicle since it is brand new, but just remove some of the love marks that are on the paint. And just to make sure we have no protection, we're using Endgame. This is a hybrid compound that can do some pretty major correction when you pair it with the right pad, but we're just using their baby blue waffle pad from Detail Co. just to do a very light polish and get this paint pretty much perfected. Super easy wipe off, no dust. We're gonna go ahead and polish the rest of the vehicle off camera, and then we'll come back once we're done and use their Oblivion panel prep just to remove any sort of polishing oil and make sure we have a squeaky clean surface. Whenever using a manufacturer's coating, you want to use their specific panel prep before you apply their coating just to get the best results. But now we're ready to go. So we are done polishing and doing our panel prep wipe with Oblivion, and it's actually 64% humidity in here. It's getting cooler. It's very, very comfortable, but it's still slightly humid. We've given this a good shake. Let's go ahead and see what she looks like coming out of the bottle. I was expecting something thicker. I like the fact that it comes out fast. So we've got a good bit on there to prime it. I'm gonna go down the middle. Gonna outline our box. And we're gonna fill it in. I feel like I should go heavier with it. We're gonna be overzealous. We're gonna do 2 sections at once. I can work pretty fast when I want to. And I can see this part here is pretty much flashed off. Holy crap, was that easy? And slick. Holy crap. I normally use a 3-towel method. I don't know if I'm gonna need that. Let me pull you in closer here. This section where I had a little bit more to my applicator. You can see those sweat marks, especially here. We're gonna go ahead and level. And I probably let that sit on there for, I don't know, a minute. That was not grabby or difficult at all. I don't feel like the name matches it. I don't feel like it was super thick coming out. I've worked with thicker coatings, and I don't feel like that was difficult. I don't know what you would call it. I'm curious, Jamie and Eddie, why did you go with thick? I'm assuming it's because it's thicker than slim, but it doesn't seem to be very thick coming out of the bottle. And honestly, that couldn't have been easier. Your 1 hour cure time, $79.99 for up to 5 years durability. I mean, what's not to consider about that? That was really, really pleasant to work with. I absolutely love that. So I feel like that was too easy, and maybe it just is that easy. I'm gonna go a little heavier. I didn't see a ton of sweating on that first section that I did. This actually reminds me of like Gianno's Evo. We've got sweating, which I love. I love a clear indicator. And we just got a really easy application. Gianno's though is a 18 to maybe 36 months. At least that's what they claim. So the fact that they're claiming more durability, I would say 5 years exact. I can appreciate that Jamie and Eddie haven't even like said, you know, we guarantee 5 years. The chemist said 5 years, but they're realistic in that they say only time will tell. And that's what videos like this are for. We're gonna be seeing this vehicle every 6 months to do updates for you guys on this coating.
This is a regular customer of mine. He used to have the exact same car, just like 3 years older, was in an accident, got it fixed, was in another accident, got it fixed, and his wife was like, I feel like that car is just bad luck for you. Took it to the dealership, and they said, we'll give you 20 grand for your used model for a brand new one. He said, why not? And he absolutely loved his old car, and so because he loved it so much, he knew he wanted to get something that's going to make maintenance easier for him, because he drives a ton for his job.
I have my light here to inspect. I'm not seeing any streaks. I'm not seeing anything. It can't be that easy. Oh, I see one right there. Right there, missed it. Right, but that couldn't have been easier. I think honestly, this is gonna be a coating that I frequently use because affordability, ease of application. If the durability and hydrophobics are there, that's a win for me. I'm kind of curious to know if it sheets a little bit when it gets flooded, because I've noticed that the Detail Coat Slim coating on my Subaru Outback, when you flood it, it does have a little bit of a tendency to sheet, which I actually prefer. So I'm anxious to see this back in 6 months to share with you guys an update. You can work super fast and efficiently with this coating. I was able to do larger sections at one time, and it doesn't flash off too quickly, but you can see once you start seeing that sweating, it will almost dissipate by about 50%. Then you can come in and level with your 2 towels and get perfect results. We were also able to do the sunroof with this product. It worked very easily on glass, no streaking left behind. And I'm actually really curious to see when we see this vehicle next, if our glass coating is just as hydrophobic as our paint. But I'm curious to know from you guys in the comment section down below, if you had to pick a ceramic coating to work with, which would you rather, rainbowing, hazing, or sweating? Personally, I think sweating coatings are more fun to work with. It's super satisfying to see those visual cues very clearly show up on the paint, but I find they're also more user-friendly. I've not found one sweating coating that is grabby or difficult to work with, but I just find them to be more relaxing to work with and more enjoyable. But for those of you that have never applied a ceramic coating before, I would recommend using a product like this for your first time because you're going to have such a user-friendly experience. I find the sweet spot is doing one larger panel or 2 sections at a time. You'll start to see that sweating appear and then come in and level. Should you miss a spot, you can use your softbox light to inspect, make sure you have no high spots. But even if we did have any sort of high spots left behind, they were very easy to remove even an hour after applying the ceramic coating. So we are all done applying our Detail Coat Ceramic Thick to this VW GLI. It took a little under an hour for us to ceramic coat this entire vehicle. We actually started at 10 a.m. It's actually 4:30. We're done with the exterior wash, decontamination. We did a quick paint enhancement, panel prep wipe, applied our ceramic coating. We even did a quick interior, have our tires and wheels dressed. So for me, very easy day. One of the things that I love most about ceramic coatings like this is that it just makes for a very stress-free application process. Sometimes when you are doing the prep for ceramic coating, that can be the most exhausting job. And when you get to the actual ceramic coating, sometimes you don't have anything left in the tank. This was an effortless coating to apply. It honestly reminded me of like Geon Mo's Evo, which is one of my favorite ceramic coatings to apply. We had that clear telltale sign of the sweating, which kind of takes away the guesswork of, is the coating ready? Am I leveling it too soon? Am I letting it sit on there too long? When you see that sweating, it's time to level. For me, that was around 30 to 40 seconds, maybe a little bit more. And honestly, I let it sit on there for about a minute, sometimes to film. And if I let it sit on there for maybe over a minute, I could tell there was a little bit more of an involved leveling process, but it wasn't difficult. When I'm using my softbox light, I was able to see any sort of high spots, any sort of streaks that were left behind. So for those of you that want to remove stress from the ceramic coating process, I would definitely recommend picking up a light like that. You can use it for photography, you can use it for ceramic coating, but honestly, it's just gonna help you clearly see those high spots. So that way, even if you're applying this on a rainy day, you don't have to stress or wait for the sun to come out and then those high spots are kind of set in. But it's not a super strong smell. It's actually really pleasant within the garage right now as far as odor. But honestly, effortless application. We were able to get the entire vehicle done with one bottle. In fact, we have enough that we could probably do another sedan-sized vehicle. So if you have a mid-size SUV or a truck, you could probably easily get that entire vehicle done with one bottle. So really great value, really easy application. Honestly, these are the type of coatings that I prefer. So for those of you that want to try this out or want to try any of the products that we use to get this vehicle prepped and protected, I'm going to put the links to all the products that we use in the video description box down below, as well as any coupon codes available. But if you guys enjoyed this podcast and this closer look at Detail Coat Ceramic Thick, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned over at the House of Rags. And if you guys like content like this, head on over to Attention to Details with Chelsea. We do a ton of product reviews just like this. If there's any specific products that you guys want to see next over at the House of Rags, let me know down below and maybe we'll do more product reviews like this. I know for me as a busy mom, sometimes these videos are a little bit easier for me to do versus a 1 to 2 hour podcast. So if there's specific products or brands that you guys want a closer look at, let me know. I want to make content that you guys enjoy. In one day, we were able to prep, polish, apply the coating, and release the vehicle to the customer. In the same day, he was able to pick his vehicle up, and when he came to pick it up, he said that it looked better than brand new. He was so happy with the end results. And I know that oftentimes when I do these videos and we share with you guys the finished result, we say, stay tuned. We're going to share with you guys updates on how this coating is performing when we see the vehicle next. But keep watching, because this customer actually brought his vehicle back 5 months later. But we're going to be able to share with you guys a real world update on how this ceramic coating is performing. Now, this customer is not a detailing enthusiast. They do want a coating to make maintenance easier, but they're not necessarily going to maintain it as frequently as maybe some of us would hope. He is a very busy work professional that travels a lot for his job. So he's just wanting something that is durable and that's going to make maintenance easier when he can maintain it. So we're going to be able to share with you guys an update in the real world how this coating looks. Whoa, that is so slick under the towel. Beautiful. For those of you that wanted to know, is Detail Coat Thick just that good of a coating? let's go ahead and get into what this vehicle looks like, how the hydrophobics perform, and then also share with you guys some products to maintain this coating to get the most out of it. So let's go ahead and get started. So after I ceramic coated this vehicle, we actually had almost a solid month of rain. The customer said that during that time, he actually didn't need to wash the vehicle because rainwater was like a free car wash. So he's actually only needed to wash his vehicle a handful of times since it's been ceramic coated. Now, by handful, I think he only means maybe 1 or 2 because I can tell it hasn't been washed in quite some time. And we've actually had a really long drought here in Lancaster the last month or so. So there's a lot of dust, a lot of bugs, and a lot of dirt that we need to remove off of this ceramic coated vehicle. Now, it doesn't look as dirty as it did when we saw it the first time, so that's an improvement, but he's actually added 13,000 miles to this vehicle in the last 5 months. And so it's important that we remove the film, the dirt, and the water spots from the coating so that way it can perform properly. Now, first up, before we do our contact wash, we want to try to tackle the road film, the bugs, and the dirt on the paint. For that, we're using their hard wash. We're going to put 2 ounces in our foam cannon and then foam that on. And then for our contact wash, because we do have some water spots on our trunk, we're going to use their low pH soap acid wash so that way we can safely wash as well as demineralize the paint. If we have severe bugs that our hard wash does not remove, we're also going to use their BDE. Before we do our foaming pre-soak, I want to take a peek at what our hydrophobics look like in the vehicle's current state. Since we do have a lot of film on the paint, as to be expected, it does appear that we have some clogging. Now I'm seeing sheeting and I'm seeing beading, but I'm not seeing what I expected to see hydrophobic wise. And a lot of that could just simply be that we need to do a good contact wash. I can see bugs are coming off with our high pressure water, which is good. But we do have some staining on the paint from film that again, that contact wash should remedy. If it doesn't, that's when we can step it up and do a good water spot treatment because it's either road film or mineral deposits that are kind of clogging the hydrophobics. On our side panels and trunk where you see a heavy amount of road film and splatter, you can almost see a line of demarcation where the water is just very flat and sticking to the paint. Above that, we have nice beading. So first we're gonna foam on our hard wash, and you'll notice after we let this sit and we do a high pressure rinse that our hydrophobics already look improved before we've even touched the paint because this higher pH soap has actually removed some of the film that's clogging this. But now we're gonna do our contact wash with our acid wash to again go after any mineral deposits or water spots that could potentially be clogging the hydrophobics. You can actually see where our surface tension is immediately improving after washing with our acid wash. When you see kind of that boing of our paint with the hydrophobics, that's our surface tension being refreshed. After doing our contact wash, you can see we have very impressive hydrophobics, and we also have really nice sheeting qualities with this coating when we flood the panel. Personally, I'm a huge fan of coatings that have more sheeting capabilities because that's going to help reduce water spotting issues. So for me, I am loving what I'm seeing hydrophobics wise. Now, even though we did do a water spot treatment with our acid wash, I want to actually use a dedicated water spot remover on this coating just to kind of experiment to see if we were to add this on top of our acid wash, does our performance look any better? And I am seeing a little bit more tighter hydrophobic performance after doing our Zero from Garage therapy. So we're gonna do this around the entire vehicle, and then we'll share with you guys what our hydrophobics look like. After washing and drying, now we're going to top it with Katiba Gloss Booster. I did try their wet wax and had some streaking issues that we were able to remove with a damp towel, but I'm finding Gloss Booster, no streaking whatsoever, super easy application. It is just bringing so much more gloss out of this paint. I am falling in love with this product to maintain ceramic coatings with. Makes them super slick, super easy to apply. For those of you that are looking for a maintenance product for your ceramic coating vehicle, This is absolutely one of my favorites. It's going to increase the hydrophobics, increase gloss, and increase slickness. The perfect topper for any ceramic coated vehicle. So we are all done with our Detail Co Thick ceramic coating maintenance wash. We've shown in this video the prep, the application, and now the follow-up on how this ceramic coating is performing. Ideally, I would love to see the customer maybe doing a more frequent contact wash on this. He said he's only done a handful since we coated it 5 months ago. And I could see we did have some clogging going on that we needed to do a good contact wash, a good water spot treatment. Once we did that, we had really quick sheeting, nice big beads. This isn't gonna be a tight water beading ceramic coating, but for those of you that like more sheeting characteristics with a ceramic, I think you're gonna love this product. Personally, I like more sheeting coatings. They're gonna help prevent water spotting issues. And if your vehicle is stored outside or driven hard, that might be a more beneficial characteristic versus tight beads that sometimes if they sit on there out in the sun, you're gonna have major water spotting issues. I honestly didn't see any water spotting issues. We had more clogging just from film. So if we can increase the frequency of our contact washes, I think that will help the coating hydrophobics perform better, help it last longer, and give us more of the self-cleaning aspects that we know and love from ceramic coatings. But if you guys have any questions about the Detail Co Thick as far as the application, the prep, and the maintenance, any of the products that we used, let me know in the comments section down below, and give us a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was a 5-month long interval. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to get videos out to you guys more frequently. Really gonna be pounding them out in the next couple of weeks and months, so that way we can get more current content out to you guys. But just hang tight with us. Life is crazy, life is busy, and even if these products are a little bit older or maybe they're brand new on the market, the content, the education, the tips and tricks hopefully will be able to help you guys out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the very next detail. Have a great day. Comment below. What do you think of our Detail Co Thick ceramic coating? Do you think this product will last 5 years? If you had to guess, how long do you think this coating will last? How the current customer is maintaining it? But thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in, and we will see you guys next Wednesday over at the House of Rags. Behind the details. Oh, that was lame. Oh, that was so corny. Let's try that again.